Welcome, my Mercurial mercenaries, for a truly, genuinely off-the-cuff escapade. People make comments on my videos, and I read every comment, and so many comments annoy me. Now look, the bigger channels don't even get involved in reading their comment sections because they know there'll be a complete cesspit. I value you guys. You are my mercenaries, and 99% of comments, maybe a little bit less, 90%, 80%, 70% of comments are the sort of comments that I would expect a normal human being to make. However, there's that percentage, and I read them, and look, people will say to me, Mercurial number 6, you should have thicker skin. Look, I have got thick skin. You could probably make a fairly decent handbag out of me, but it doesn't alter the fact that things piss me off. This is not the place for free speech. This is the Mercurial number 6 channel. And guess who rules the Mercurial number 6 channel? It's me, the Mercurial number 6. So let's look at the first comment. This person said, I think, after watching a Baby Metal video by the looks of it, they said, wrong line of business for someone who doesn't even like music. And I think I've created an empire here. I've created, out of ones and zeros, a channel full of me doing nothing but talking about and listening to music. Maybe I am in the wrong line of business. If you take the second half of that statement away, I don't make any money, so probably, okay, right, so, happy tinfoil cat. I probably am in the wrong line of business. But then it says, for someone who doesn't even like music. Hang on, let's think about this. The wrong line of business for someone who doesn't even like music. What would be the right line of business? I suppose I should immediately audition for Maroon 5. Anyway. Next. Johnny Doe said on my Krangbin video, and I've got to say, out of all the bands I've ever featured in any way, the Krangbin fans are the most hostile. Well, they're certainly up there with Greta Van Fleet and Baby Metal. But I think at the moment I'm going to give the award to the Krangbin fans. Not all of them. Some of the Krangbin fans are Mercurial mercenaries, and I would shake your hand right now. But people can't just watch a video, and when they decide they don't like it, they can't just move on. They had to leave a steaming turd on my doorstep. And the steaming turd on this day was Johnny Doe's comment. Good Lord, you are annoying. Now, he's obviously a religious man, and he considers the Lord to be a good character, a good fellow. And it looks like he's praying to his Lord. And he's saying to his Lord, Lord, you're a good Lord. You're a good Lord. Strike the Mercurial number 6 down, because he had the audacity to listen to Krangbin whilst being annoying. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Lordy, Lordy, Lord. Let me just clarify something. I haven't blocked all of these people. This is a fairly reasonable comment here. Funky Ethan Cat says, I hate tellies and strats. Now, I have this thing where I tend to take a subject that's close to my heart. Like the fact that I think the Fender Telecaster is the greatest guitar ever created. And then I'll purposefully make a video where I make the title, That Thing Is Shit. And I've done it as well with, I said something like, why I hate the electric guitar. And I went through loads of reasons. And I haven't rewatched that video, but I've had quite a few comments coming in, having a go at me over that one. And it would have been stuff like the hassle of keeping the guitar maintained, and the leads are always breaking on me, and you have to set the amplifier up, and then all that sort of nonsense. But what I'm really doing while I'm talking about why I hate something is I'm really expressing why I love it. But what happens is I'll put a video out there like Telecasters are shit, and then people will read the title and go, yes, finally someone agrees with me, yes, I hate them too. And I read the comment and think, whoops. Now, I don't know if Funky Ethan Cat watched the video or not, but what I do find is that when I put a video out there, like, say you think the Beatles are overrated, people seem to be scouring the interweb for video titles just so they can kind of chip in. Now, I didn't block Amir. All he's doing here is expressing the fact that he thinks the Beatles suck. I've never been a fan. I know some of my mercenaries will use this phrase all the time, so don't take offence at this. I mean, you'll take offence anyway, just like I take offence at these comments, but lol. I always picture someone, when they write lol, I picture them laughing out loud. So you think the Beatles are overrated? They suck. And I think, okay, good for you. That's interesting. That's interesting to me that you laughed out loud then. But, you know, Amir thinks the Beatles suck. Fabio said on one of my videos, I spent months addicted to this album. Now, I quite like that comment because for those of us, and I'm assuming most of us here as Mercurial mercenaries and the Mercurial number 6, we love music. And I know what it's like to be addicted to an album. And I'm sure you guys know what it's like to be addicted to an album. I think Fabio might have come up with a future question here. The most recent album I've been addicted to was Bob Dylan's Highway 61 Revisited. Absolutely awe-inspiring, just totally engrossing. It's like being thrown into a fantasy world where I can listen to it round and round and round. Lots of songs sandwiched between two of the greatest songs of all time. Just such a beautiful album. But Fabio, I think you've done well there, mate. You come up with a future question. And Ted Darby says, I wish I could listen to Nights for the first time again like this guy. I think that was Frank Ocean's Nights. It's odd because a lot of you have said for a long time that I should listen to Frank Ocean. And I kind of put it off because I thought it wouldn't be for me, being a kind of Britpop guitar rock kid. But I listened to that one song, Nights by Frank Ocean, and it was absolutely fantastic. And Ted's making a point here where so often music becomes so familiar to us that it's like a dream that you wish you could have that moment where you first heard it. There was a moment. A moment exists with all your favourite music. There was a moment where you didn't know it. There was a moment, and I remember it. A day in 1995, lying in my bedroom at the time. I closed the curtains, put Jeff Buckley Grace onto the CD player, and I heard Lilac Wine for the first time by Jeff Buckley. It can never be recaptured, and that's the point. Perhaps that'll be a future question. What first time, what first moment musically do you wish you could experience for the first time all over again? So well done, Ted. I like that one. Dagger said, I think it was still on that Frank Ocean video. He said, Mercurial, it's wanna see Nirvana but don't wanna die yet. Because I think I was trying to work out the lyrics without reading them. Like I do, like people take huge offence at. And I was saying, I want to see Nirvana and I want to die. And he's saying, no, it's not. And the rest of me, all the Frank Ocean fans are at home going, no, Mercurial on the 6. It's want to see Nirvana but don't want to die. That makes much more sense, doesn't it? I want to see Nirvana, heaven, whatever, but I don't want to die. Total opposite of what I was singing, really. But I like this comment because it gave me the opportunity to express yet again that I never get the lyrics right. This is historically, this is for my whole life. I have even covered songs on stage and interpreted the lyrics wrong and sung them wrong on stage in front of people. And I've got to the age now where I don't even know if I care anymore. I'm sure it's offensive to the artist if they see me or hear me singing their song wrong, or the fans. This comment here is what I have to put up with when I wake up in the mornings. I must have watched this Khruangbin video and I must have made a comment about the clip-on tuners on their guitars. I don't like clip-on tuners. I must have said I don't like clip-on tuners. I don't like clip-on tuners. I think they look naff. And this person said, the reason they use clip-on tuners is to keep additional unnecessary electronics out of the signal chain. I did laugh at that. The bloke in Crangbin has a curly guitar cord. He plugs into a battery-powered wah pedal, which he leaves on all the time. And he puts that signal into a Boss distortion pedal, which he leaves on all the time. And then he puts that into some compression pedal that he leaves on all the time. Great bloke. I actually like that signal chain. But I love the fact that Chuck Driver thinks that they use clip-on tuners to keep additional unnecessary electronics out the signal chain. That's not the thing that annoyed me, though. Him lecturing me. It's the next sentence. It's a minimalistic approach you should employ into your own content. He's having a snide little go at me there, which is quite funny, I suppose. The thing that made me block him, though, was when he said, do you get it, my mercenaries? Do you get it, my mercenaries? He's having a proper little bash at my soul there. Do you get it, my mercenaries? He's actually written that and put it in quotes as well. And let's just end now with another Crangbin fan who left a... Well, let's face it. It's not even just that he put a paper bag with a dog shit in it and set it on fire on my doorstep. It's not that. He watched a little bit of my video and then he came to my doorstep and he pulled his trousers and pants down and he left a pile of human excrement, and it wasn't even solid. It was diarrhea. I couldn't, on my doorstep. That's a certain percentage of my comment section. Over and bye.